For about the first 20 minutes, half an hour of my shift, nothing happened. Then I got a call, followed by another call, followed by another call, followed by another call, until about 1 o'clock. Then I had a break for an hour until 2. And then I had a break for 2 hours almost until 4, or almost until 4. Now between 4 and 6 I was going like crazy again, just like I had been going since from like 7 and a bit until 1 o'clock. It was generally busy. Well, there was one long trip, but most of them were shorter. I did $380 worth of business. So, yeah, 380. And most of it was Interac and credit cards and that kind of thing. And I was all over the place. I was everywhere. I was non-stop for such a long time. I did get to sleep for those 2 hours that I did have some time between calls. But I didn't get to watch that much YouTube because the rest of the time, besides the time I was sleeping, I was just driving. It took a lot out of me, this one. This one just took a lot out of me. Yeah. I can't wait for the days to get just a little bit longer, so I'll have some daylight at the beginning of my shift and some daylight at the end. We're almost there. Almost there. 4 more nights to go this week. Oh yeah, and today is this silly holiday. I don't even know what it's about. It's called Family Day. I don't even know what that's about. How come they sneak these holidays in that I never heard of? Yeah, they keep sneaking holidays in that I never heard of. I know we've had this one for a few years now, but what started it, I don't know. So that's probably why it was so busy this Sunday night. Monday night, I hope will be a lot quieter. Maybe it will be. Okay. Oh, dropping off at the airport. The time is now 5:07 a.m. And this was interesting. I was busy before midnight. I was one right after another. And every time I'd get a call, I'd curse and swear because, well, I wanted to relax. I wanted to rest. But I kept getting calls and kept getting calls. And then for a little while, between 1 and 3, I guess I did have a couple of breaks. Or maybe it was a little earlier than that. But then I had one fare that went out to the western communities. And when I was out there, I got sent further out west to get some people and take them home. And then when I came back into town, I got another call to go to the drugstore to pick somebody up. But it turns out that I was sent to the wrong drugstore. The customer was actually downtown and I was out in Saanich. So I called our office and said, hey, Houston, we have a problem. That customer is not at the Saanich Center. He's downtown on Yates Street. Oh, I'll take the trip back then from you. Great. So he did that. Then I started watching some videos, and then I was sent to an address on the gorge. Time call for 4:15. I got there and pressed the buttons that I had arrived. And then I got a phone call from the customer who said she had locked herself into the garage and had dropped her keys or something, and that she'll be 10 minutes. So I started watching videos, and 10 minutes went by, and another 10 minutes went by, and she called and said, "Oh, I'll be coming out soon," and another 10 minutes went by. Anyways, it was a 4:15 time call. I think it was 20 to 5 by the time we were underway, which is all right. It gave me a chance to sit in her parking lot of the building where she lives, so I could watch some more video, which I did. Yeah. So now I'm on my way to the car wash. I will wash the car, and then I will head into town. I will deposit some money in the bank, and after depositing some money in the bank, I will fuel up, and then park it, and then go take the long walk to the chiropractor. And I'm gonna have to dress a little warmer because it's -1 out there this morning, and it's windy too, so we've got the wind chill happening also. Yuck. So anyway, that's it for the second night of this week. I did $410 with all the being busy that I had. $410. Well, this was a Tuesday night, and it was quite busy up until around, I guess 11 o'clock. One right after another. And then it slowed right down so that I was asleep much of the morning. Shut up. For most of the morning, it was one trip an hour, which is all right with me. I got opportunities to watch videos. I got opportunities to go to sleep, and that sits well with me. I still did about $250, and a regular customer called me and paid me some money that was owed to me, which was good. And aside from that, well, it was just a strange night. I'm trying to remember what was so strange about it. Yeah, just people doing weird things like walking out in front of cars, more so than usual. I had a couple of closer calls than I usually do. Anyways, the time is now 5:58, and I'm about 2 minutes away from where this thing parks. So I will have got it back on time for our punctual day shift guy. Yeah. What else have I got to say? I was asleep most of the morning, so I should be well rested. Oh, and it's cold. It's in the minuses now. It's -1. Ugh. That may not seem like really cold for people in the rest of Canada, but for here, that's cold. -1 is brr. Yuck. It doesn't usually get that cold. Chilled right to the bone. Okay, the top light is shut off. Everything is ready for... I wonder if he's there already. He might be. He's often on time. Here. places to park. Look at this. I'm gonna park right here. Like so. It's Thursday morning. It's the end of a Wednesday night shift. I did 20 trips. I've got about $300 on. Average trip was about $15, which is not bad. Maybe a little less. Well, it had to be about there, yeah, 15, yeah. To make 20 trips, make 300, yeah. And I'm tired. In fact, I've been tired for most of the night. In fact, I think the first time I fell asleep was around 11 o'clock when business slowed down a little bit. And gave me opportunities to watch videos and fall asleep. And usually I fell asleep with each video. A couple times I had a slightly longer video that got interrupted by calls. Time is now 5:43, and I'm across town from the car wash. I don't think I'm going to be accepting any more calls. I could stay out longer, but really, you know, after I've been out here for 12 hours, I don't feel like being out here any longer than I absolutely need to be. And I don't need to be out here any longer. Yeah, it's the owner's taken over from me, so I'm gonna wash the car and do the mats and do the interior and all that stuff. Give it a deep cleaning a couple times a week. Well, he cleans it too, so it's just the other drivers besides me and the owner, they don't clean. They just leave it how it is. They don't even straighten out the mats. In the back seat, the mats get kicked underneath the front seat and they stay there because nobody pulls them out and straightens things out. I guess not everybody has the same high standards. I don't know what to talk about this morning. I had one guy get in and talk politics all the way from one end of town to the other. It's like, I don't care about any of this stuff. He was talking about this politician and that politician and that politician, and what about the electric company hiking prices at certain hours, peak hours and stuff and what have you. It's like, I don't care. Talking about studies that were made by governments, and it's like, I don't care. I'm the least political of people you're ever going to meet. Anyways, once he was gone, things were back to normal again, and I didn't have to hear anything about politics. Sometimes you just want the customers to shut up when you're driving. not much more to say besides that. Even that wasn't much. One more night to go this week. It is now 5:56 a.m. on Friday. What a tiring night this was. I got $340 on, but it was $340 of mostly shorter trips, and very often going to get the customer was a longer drive than actually taking the customer somewhere. I did at one point have some good luck. I had 3 longer trips in a row, which was all right. But for the most part, it was as soon as I got to work, I got to work about an hour late because I was still exhausted from the rest of the week. I took my sweet time getting ready, and I came out for 7 o'clock. It was non-stop until 12:30. Okay, so I started to watch a video, and I fell asleep. At 2:30, I got awakened. There goes a bunny. At 2:30, I got awakened for a police call. Basically, this woman was driving her car. This woman was driving her car doing 120 on the highway where the speed limit is 80. 80 is 55 miles an hour. That is the speed limit on the highway. And 120 would be, oh, let's see. Oh, 75? Something like that. Miles an hour, that is. And so her car was towed and impounded, and she needed a ride home, so I took her home. She was still generous despite everything. And she said, well, she didn't realize how fast she was going. She was just tired and just wanted to go home. Oh, there you go. Then, from then on till now, it has been non-stop. I've had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 trips since 2:30, and now it is 5:59. So 10 trips in 3.5 hours. No, sorry, I'm not going. I'm gonna just log out right now, and that's the end of that. Hell with this. I'm going home. I just have to go fuel the car and then add up all my Interacts, that is Interacts debits and credit card transactions from the night, and add those to the ones from the rest of the week. Stick the envelope in the glove box, and my overs will be there when I come back to work the next time. So Sunday night, I get some of my hard-earned pay. The rest of my hard-earned pay I got already. Yeah. I really have had enough. We need more drivers. We need more drivers to come back now, because restrictions have been lifted. Restrictions were lifted a week ago, and I'm feeling the stress already. Hope yours is better than mine.